Hey, what's up, guys? Austin back here with another video. This actually make my second video today, but I'm actually gonna go over how I rig up a Texas rig. Right here, I just have a little Senko cut off here, but so yeah, this video is gonna be how I rig up a Texas rig. But actually, I just rigged up. That's what gave me a video idea. So let's go with heavy flipping to start off with. So I got my bobber stops right here, black and red. These is Eagle Claw. These is like $1.59 a pack, maybe $2.59. I'm not for sure. But so flipping setup here. Sometimes I go with EWG, sometimes not. But in this video, I'm gonna rig up an EWG because I know a lot of people uses that to flip with. I usually use just a bigger straight shank hook. That's just what works for me, and I feel like that gives the bait not a lot more action, but it ain't as well. A lot of people wants bulkiness, but I don't when it comes to a hook, and it just goes clean to a body pretty much. So that's what I'm gonna rig up here. So let's go over what you need. Let's go over what you need in this little setup here. A lot of people flips with a bait caster. I have this Daiwa Tatula, and I have a Quantum Smoke here just for a demonstration. This ain't my flipping setup, but this is just a demonstration. I usually use about 20-pound line unless it's P-Line Tactical. P-Line Tactical, I found that I can get away with 15 and still bring out the big ones and that heavy brush and stuff. Now grass, I use a little bit heavier. I'll go to 20-pound mono or 20-pound fluoro. It don't really make a difference. A lot of people use braid, but I just like mono. I try to avoid braid whenever possible, just because they eat out your guides and everything. So I don't use it hardly at all. But let's get started. So you're going to take your bobber stop here, spread you one apart here, and then have just a little bit of wire. See if you can kind of see it. It has an opening in it. So you just take your line, slide it right through that opening until you get that. Basically, your pegs is going to be hanging. Then you take your peg, push it up on your line just like that. Now, I'm going to show you how I rig mine up, and then I'll just do a standard one. So I put one there, and then I put another one. Yes, I actually do put two above the weight. So that's that. So as you can see, you got two bobber stops. And then what comes next? Your weight. What I do at my weight, I always clean out my eyelet a little bit more. That way it ain't fraying my line or anything. So got that hole right there. You can kind of see through it. But you don't want to put your weight like that. You don't want that. You want the bigger end going down to the hook. So you want it just like that. Nose of it, the skinnier part, up toward the rod tip. Now, I've watched a video on Scott Martin. He's doing one in Bass Pro. His flipping setup, his Trokar hooks. He does something like he'll take his line, put it down by a base of the hook and wrap it or something like that. I don't do that. I just go with a standard Palomar knot. That's why I use on everything, standard Palomar. A double uni's good, but a Palomar is just what I find works best for me. So you're going to make sure you want your reel disengaged where you can get as much line as you need. And then you take your hook like this. Take your line through the eyelet of the hook, and then take it right back through. So it's a bunch of videos out on YouTube on Palomar knot and this knot and that knot. But then you got this. You got what Brian Latimer calls a bunny ear, and then you got your tag ear here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my bunny ear, wrap that around just like that. And then you got this. You kind of created an X, or like a bow. And then while you have that loop right there, you're going to take that bunny ear and pull it through there. I like putting my finger right there against the hook. And then you just put it over your hook. So then you got that. A lot of people wets their knot. I don't. Not hardly ever. But that's that. So then you got that little nice and neat knot right there. Very low profile, and it won't hardly ever break on you. I've been tying this knot for about 4 years now. My dad, he used to try to teach me, and I never could get it. So that's that. I don't really worry about cutting off the tagging a whole lot. Like you can see, I have a little bit right there from the main line. My weight's gonna cover that. So I put 2 pegs right there, usually, and that is my flipping setup. That's a 1/2 ounce, just for lead weight. I know a lot of people use tungsten, but I don't. I sometimes use it, but flipping, I don't. So here's another one of my flipping setups. I know this video is going to be kind of longer. I'll take my weight up on my line, leave my 2 peg stops up there, or bobber stops, and then I'll put a peg stop under the weight. So you got 3 bobber stops on there, and then just standard Palomar knot. But the reason why I do that, and if I'm using a heavier weight like a 1/2 ounce, I will actually go up to 4. Yes, 4 bobber stops on here. And I'll show you why here. So I got 2 above the weight and 2 below the weight. And then just standard Palomar knot. Ties a little bit faster. So now there's that. So I can flip with it like that, and look here, my hook's just almost as straight as Scott Martin's would be. So then by the time you put whatever, this is just a demonstration. I usually flip with creature baits like bandito bugs and brush hogs and stuff like that, and game hogs by Strike King. So, but right there's your little flipping setup. Now, say you don't want to flip anymore. Say you're going to move out and ledge fish or something, and you need a Carolina rig. Well, oh wait, guess what? You're covered, because you can scoot that weight up there, and look here, you got your Carolina rig. Now, if you've been noticing that your weight's moving, then you may need to put a third, maybe another bobber stop on either end that's moving on. But that's just what I do. So that's that. You're basically getting more bang for your buck. You're getting 2 techniques in one. But that's just what works for me. But that's gonna be that. Make sure these actually ain't the best bobber stops. I'm not gonna lie to you. The best bobber stops I've used personally is gonna be a VMC, but they are more of a thicker diameter. But I don't think fish minds it, because me and Gage from Wisconsin, he's on the fishing team up there. He came down to Cumberland, This was in March, April, something like that. And we was in the back of Fallbush Creek, this flipping Bandito bugs, Rage Menace, Crack and Crawl, and stuff like that, and Rage Crawls and those Jack and Giddens. I'm talking about anywhere from 3 all the way up to 6, 7 pounds. I think he caught one that was 6.5, and my biggest for the day was right around 5.6. Is there 5.2 or 5.6? But that he actually turned me on that P-Line Tactical, and we was just jacking them. So this definitely works, but it's all on what you like. If you don't want to put that many bobber stops, you don't have to. I know a lot of people don't like to waste bobber stops, but a lot of people, they don't flip with a straight shank hook like I do, like that. They prefer the EWG, but it's all on what you like. So I definitely suggest branching out to different videos and everything. Fleet Master, Kicking Their Bass TV. Let's see here, who else? Lunkers TV, but that's some that I've watched in the past. So thank y'all for watching this, and this is a Texas Rig video.